Hello, and welcome to the Scooby Zone, the podcast where we would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those blasted kids.
Oh,
as
man.
we watch a bit of Scooby-Doo media. I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And today we'll be watching Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2, episode 12 of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Man, we're getting up there, guys.
Yeah, we're just about done with season 1.
Oh, I know.
We are just a little shy of halfway through.
Pretty much.
I think, like, if you want to get super technical,
super technical.
I think when we hit, like, the point next week when we break to go watch the episode, we'll be halfway done with the season.
Oh, man.
Of the series.
I can't believe we're getting there already. It seems so long ago that we started this, and now it's like, we're finally almost getting done with this series. I'm like, this is a good series that you don't want to be done with it so fast, but yet there's only 25 episodes,
Yes, but think of all the more fun series we'll also come to.
Right? We have a lot of them coming up. Oh,
the Scooby-Doo show.
Yes, a pup named Scooby-Doo.
What's new,
Scooby-Doo? And then we have the movies after that, and in between that as well.
Yeah.
And then all of our holiday specials that we'll be getting into as well for certain ones. It's like, you have a lot to look forward to.
All the fun Scooby-Doo guest appearances that we decided we will cover.
Yep. That'll definitely
we have
be
since
fun.
decided we will not cover everything the internet all lists as Scooby-Doo crossovers.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's a lot listed, most of which are either just like quick couple second cameos or serve no real purpose of anything.
Series. Yeah.
Or they are listed as sketches on Robot Chicken, which are all over the place.
Yeah, they're definitely all over the place. You can never find
which are not exactly kid appropriate.
No, they definitely are not kid appropriate.
Want to try to keep this as kid friendly as we can.
Possible. Yes, definitely.
Sometimes that's not going to work.
No, that's not always going to work, but we'll do our best.
Right. So I think for sure the ones we know 100% we will cover is Scooby Natural.
Oh, yes. That'll be coming up soon, guys. We'll definitely be doing that one very soon.
Yes, the Johnny Bravo episode with Scooby-Doo
yes,
in the game. Because that is essentially almost a Scooby-Doo episode.
It essentially is. Yes, I agree.
The Scooby-Doo related episode of the Adult Swim cartoon, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
That was a trippy episode, man. That was hilarious. It was such a perfect episode.
And honestly, in terms of like Adult Swim shows, I think that at the end of the day, at least in our breakdown synopsis, we can turn that kid-friendly.
We definitely can make it kid-friendly. I definitely agree with that.
Not exactly 100% kid-friendly, but, it's a lot better than some other things.
Yeah, it definitely is a lot better. So, definitely on that one.
But that's a bit of a ways away.
Definitely. Not anytime soon.
Right. Well, depending on how we decide to lay things out.
That is true. That'll happen too.
I know we've roughly sketched out a somewhat roadmap of what we'll be doing.
Right.
And when. How much of that we're actually sticking to at this point is kind of...
Up in the air?
Out the window.
Out the window. I was saying up in the air. You're saying out the window. Oh, okay.
I mean...
All right.
Like, right now, for sure, we're consistently doing, like, every episode of Where Are You?
Right, every episode, definitely.
But, like, after we hit the Wax Phantom episode, like...
Yeah.
Are we going to jump straight into the new Scooby movies?
That is true.
Like, almost quote-unquote wrap-up episode of Where Are You?
We could.
But,
and show all of our listings and all of our...
Yeah, but that's at least,
it's a good...
13 weeks away.
Yeah, so we got a while. We got a little bit of time yet, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But not a lot.
No, not a lot, but a decent amount enough.
It feels like it's a lot on paper.
Yeah,
but honestly,
paper.
That's only like, what? Roughly 3 months?
Yeah, that's true.
Which, as we get older, that time just flies by.
But you
don't want to hear us ramble about logistics and whatnot. You want to hear us ramble about Scooby.
That's what the podcast is about, so that's what you guys want to hear.
This great, big, lovable Great Dane.
Yeah, yep, definitely lovable.
And his friends and
family.
Yes.
Many friends and family.
I consider Shaggy part of Scooby's family.
I definitely consider that too. Yep, he's definitely his best pal.
Yep. No fun guests on the podcast this week.
No, we'll have one coming up soon.
Yeah, forgot to mention last week that, you guys can always email us at the Scooby Zone podcast at gmail.com.
Oh, yeah, we definitely didn't mention the podcast information, but, it goes to...
if you're listening to us on either Apple or Spotify, go ahead, leave us a review, a rating, stuff that'll help either bring us attention or hopefully bring us attention.
Right, hopefully something we're doing or not doing that you want us to start doing.
We would love for you to just blindly give us positive reviews.
We would love that, guys. Positive reviews are what we're here for.
But, we are also open to some constructive criticism,
Some, but,
that stuff that'll help us improve the podcast.
Yes.
And if you're listening to us on YouTube, if you're not subscribed, you can go ahead and subscribe.
Definitely subscribe. Give us a like. Give us a comment. We definitely appreciate that. We'll look into that too, but we definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. So we would love to get some more engagement from you guys. Give us your thoughts on how you want us to handle Scooby-Doo's All-Star Laugh Olympics.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one.
Do you want us to cover all 24 episodes separately, or just do kind of a big, broad episode on, what that series was about? But, until then... We're here, we're watching, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Yep.
You guys can too. It's on DVD, Blu-ray.
VHS.
Yeah, if you still have a VHS player and
if you have
want to take the time to track down
the
specific episodes on. I'm not 100% positive, but I almost think the entirety of Where Are You did make it onto classic Cartoon Network VHS tapes.
I think it did too. I just don't have that one specifically.
Yeah.
So
obviously, the now modern day DVD and Blu-ray are probably your best bets for a physical set.
Yep. Definitely your best bet.
Digitally, you can get it from Fandango, which used to be Voodoo.
Yep.
Still forgot to double check if it's still available on Amazon Prime for purchase.
It might be. I mean, I see that as a good option.
Yeah. And as of the recording of this episode, it is available to stream on the free site Tubi.
Yep. That's definitely still there.
Still waiting for them to decide to give us the rest of the Scooby content that they teased us with before March.
Back in March. Yeah.
But, until then, we're going to go ahead and split up, look for some clues, and we'll be right back after we watch the episode. And we're back. That was Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2, and boy, there was a mummy, and there was Scooby.
And there was Scooby.
And there were two mummies.
There were two mummies, surprisingly enough. And there was only supposed to be one. No, there's two.
Yep. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's take this from the top.
All right, take it from the top.
All right. We open up at, local college's Department of Archaeology.
Yeah.
Scooby and the gang are there helping set up mummy exhibits.
Yep.
Visiting their friend who is just called the Professor.
Just the Professor. He doesn't have an actual name. He's just the Professor.
Yep. While they're there setting up this exhibit for a 3,000-year-old mummy that was found, the Professor's colleague, Dr. Najib, explains that, removing the mummy from his tomb, came with a terrible, vague curse.
Well, of course, don't usually mummies you take from them always have some sort of curse? Isn't that technically in all of Mummy.
The mummy swore, he'd come back to life and turn to stone anyone who disturbed his tomb. While that's going on, Scooby's being Scooby and is messing with the cat statue.
Of course.
When he's not looking, a cat shows up. It's a Siamese cat, so it looks the same as the statue.
It does.
Scooby then turns back, notices that now there are 2 cats.
There are 2 of them. How'd that happen?
Yeah, he taps the first one on the head and it's a
Nothing
statue.
Happens. Yep.
Taps the second one on the head and it just goes crazy.
It hisses and goes nuts and then leaves the area. So
Scooby kind of loses that fight with a cat.
I guess he does. I didn't know. Whoops.
Yeah.
All right.
Shaggy finds this crazy kooky coin.
Kooky, yep. Definitely.
That the professor says that he has no idea what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
And, Shaggy wants to know when they can eat.
Yeah.
Yep. Professor says, well, why don't you go down, pick up some sandwiches, I'll pay.
That's not really a good idea to try to pay for something that Shaggy and Scooby are going to eat.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to have their bank accounts drained by having them, go all you can eat. Yeah. That's really not a good option there.
Although, then again, this is, the 60s, so...
Right,
How expensive can... Actually, we'll see how expensive it is later.
Right, yep, we will. Yep.
While they're off getting food, the professor's in his office reading, and he hears a loud crash. And sees a shadowy figure, looks out, and sees that there's a human-sized hole in the glass door.
Yep.
And notices that the mummy is gone.
Where could the mummy be? What happened? Where'd the mummy go?
That's a good question.
Maybe we'll find that question out later. What happens?
We then cut to the malt shop, which, I really like the design of the malt shop.
I love the design of the malt shop. It is so iconic.
Compared to later designs of the malt shop that I've seen, like specifically the one that we see in Scooby Natural.
Yeah.
That is a weird outside design.
Yeah.
This
is iconic. This is the iconic. Well, because we've seen the malt shop in the other ones, but
it's like a simple, almost 50s diner-esque type style.
Right. And that is, the malt shop is so iconic that even just seeing it like that is just, the best. So props to the designer.
At the malt shop, the waiter at the malt shop says that the 3 hamburgers are ready. Just finishing up the 3 sandwiches.
Yep.
Which are liverwurst with ice cream.
Who would think that would be a combination?
Shaggy.
And Scooby.
Yeah.
It has to be both of them.
And, we find out that for 3 hamburgers and 3 liverwurst and ice cream sandwiches, the total comes to $1.50.
Yep. I guess.
It's not exactly breaking the bank.
No, it's not. Back then it wouldn't be, but they didn't go over.
When you think about what that would be nowadays, that's probably what?
$10-$20 easy, maybe more than that.
Probably. It's what? How much is a hamburger at McDonald's? That's yeah, and I'm not talking about a Big Mac or anything. I'm talking about
the regular cheeseburger. Burger.
Yeah,
right.
That's probably what, $2 or $3.
I think so, $2.99 or something like that. Now I want to go looking, but it's $2.99. I think it's about $2.99. I want to roughly, without even looking, but that's from them, versus
And so I can't imagine. I would imagine almost a sandwich would probably be close to, if not maybe just a little bit less.
Right.
But then ice cream would be a dollar add-on or something.
Right. Yeah.
Either way, they're eating pretty good for pretty cheap back then.
Right.
Shaggy pulls money out of his pocket and to pay, and the chef at the malt shop mentions what kind of kooky coin is this?
What? What's that coin?
Turns out Shaggy expertly pocketed the Egyptian coin.
Yep.
Because he's an expert coin collector that.
He is an expert coin collector. Yep, we gotta put that one on there.
Or is an expert kleptomaniac.
Something like that.
One of the two. It's Shaggy.
He he's an expert stealer. He's just stole that coin.
Well, that's
he's
what a kleptomaniac is.
He's an expert coin stealer. Yep.
Yeah. Fred figures, they're going back to the museum anyway.
Yep.
They're going back to the university anyways with the sandwiches. They can just give it back to the professor then.
Yep.
No harm, no foul.
No foul, no.
And so when they get back, they go to the professor's office and they find him sitting in the dark. They turn on the light and it turns out he's now a statue.
Oh no.
They look out and they see the mummy is gone.
Oh no.
And notice the human-shaped hole in the glass door.
But yet it's on the other side.
Figure that, okay, the mummy came to life and broke out, but the glass is on the inside.
Right.
Meaning somebody had to come in.
So...
they decide that they will go ahead, split up.
Yep.
Shaggy, Scooby, and Velma go off in one direction. Yep. Shaggy and Scooby are wearing some pots on their heads, carrying a trash can lid and brooms, making noise.
Yep.
Velma chastises them like, you're going to scare the mummy away. That's the whole idea, Velma.
Yeah, that's the whole point, Velma. Weren't you listening? Don't you know that we don't want the monster around, so we scare them? Scare them, but...
she tells them to go ahead and put that stuff away, so they open a janitor closet, and...
Shaggy calls her a spoiled sport.
Yep, and lo and behold, the mummy's in the closet.
He's in the closet. What's he doing in the closet?
I mean... We're trying to keep this kid friendly now.
I know, but I mean, because
yeah.
He should have been gone, at least outside or something. What is he doing in the closet to know to be in there when they open the door and put the stuff in? That's more or less what I mean.
That's what makes no sense. It's like...
was he just hoping that someone would open the door and he'd surprise them or whatever? Or what does... What does he think?
Where some of these monsters hide is just kind of like... Okay, you either
logical.
You were either just hiding in there hoping to get lucky, or I don't know, are you some kind of fortune teller and can see the future?
Right. Well, we know the mummy isn't a fortune teller, but it just, what is he doing? I mean, I don't understand if he'd be outside or something, or somewhere more into the museum or something.
Yeah.
But why are you in the closet? Did he happen to see stuff missing from the closet and think, hey, someone's going to come back and put this in here? But who would... why would you think it'd be Shaggy, the one who has the coin? Why would you think he'd come back and put...
Is there a precedent of Shaggy and Scooby putting stuff in random closets?
There might be. Well, then they'll be as bad as Daphne opening up door number 3, which holds the night ghost, It's like... Danger-prone Daphne found the night. That's a tricky one on that one, but anyway.
Anyways, they close the door on the mummy, in which he then breaks it down.
Yep.
They run off to another room. Shaggy and Velma dress up in Anthony and Cleopatra disguise.
Yep.
Scooby goes ahead and hides in a jar.
Yep.
And the mummy looks through the jars, eventually finds Scooby.
Yep.
And Velma sneezes, giving away their disguises.
Yep. Unfortunately.
They go off, run into another room, in which Velma then tells the mummy to go away.
How is that go away? How is that go? And Shaggy can't get through the door because the door is locked, but yet... What do you think that's going to do when you tell him to go away? What do you think that... Go away.
Did that work last week against the vampire?
No. Well,
telling him to stop that?
Well, then she didn't know what the vampire was after the second time of season.
Yeah,
so how does that... Does she have a short-term memory loss? Or did something happen? She get all trippy or something? I mean, I don't understand... Why you don't remember? Is this
a common precedent with Velma? I don't remember this.
Right? Yeah, I don't remember her not remembering the monster. I'm like, you just saw him 5 minutes ago. And how the vampire shows up the most. How do you not remember him? Especially when you said to him to stop that.
Right? They pretty much determined that the mummy wants the crazy Egyptian coin Shaggy has.
She does, because he's that coin.
And she tells Shaggy not to give it to him.
Then he gets even more mad.
Yep. So they ask Scooby to do something.
Quick, Scooby, do something.
He doesn't want to, so in order to get him to do something...
Yep.
Guys, he gets a whole box of Scooby Snacks.
He gets a whole box of Scooby Snacks.
Which...
it definitely brings our total up a lot more.
I think... Because we slowed down, tried counting what we could. We got to maybe at least 40.
At least 40.
And we have come to the conclusion, doing a lot of extensive research on the subject.
Yep.
We figure there's probably approximately 80 Scooby Snacks in the one box.
Yep.
Don't ask us how we got that number.
Don't ask us.
It was a pain to try to get that number.
It was definitely. And it was even more of a pain to try to figure out how many were actually in Scooby's mouth as he was devouring it.
So do yourselves a favor. Just take our word for it.
Just take our word for it. Don't try to question it, all right?
Yeah.
We got up there.
You don't want to become insane like us.
Oh, great. Now we're insane trying to figure this stuff out.
But we're experts in insanity.
We're experts
like
in
Shaggy.
Like Shaggy's an expert, so are we. Oh, man.
But no, we figured, at least 40 he ate this.
At least 40. I mean,
we couldn't tell if this was a brand new box or was already going on.
It was, but...
So,
oh, man.
We then get Scooby versus the mummy.
Yep.
He punches the mummy, hurts his paw.
It looks like an accordion, too.
Yep. He runs off, comes back in a gi, and starts doing
he's karate chopping.
Yep. Starts going back with the old karate chop.
The old karate treatment.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Nope.
He runs off again.
Yep.
He comes back just to dance off.
With a hat and a cane.
Abandoning Shaggy and Velma.
And Velma doesn't like that. How do you like that? He dances off and deserts us.
But you gotta admit, he looked good doing it.
He did look pretty good, didn't he? He wasn't bad.
Scooby quietly sneaks back in with some nails and a hammer.
Yep.
And he nails part of the bandages of the mummy down to the floor.
Yep. Pretty good on Scooby's part to do that, It's
Shaggy,
good.
Velma, Scooby get away.
Yep.
The mummy also rips his bandages and gets away.
Yep.
But we then cut to Fred and Daphne outside where they find some footprints.
Yep, that's true.
They follow the footprints and they find Dr. Najib's car.
Yep.
And they find out that he has been turned to stone. Meaning he must have met the mummy before he could leave.
Yep.
Shaggy, Velma, and Scooby go back to where the mummy was to find him missing.
Oh.
But they see the part of the bandage. And just by feeling it, Velma can see that it doesn't feel like it's 3,000 years old.
Uh-oh.
So they go to the science lab to test it.
Of course, where else would they go?
Velma's doing her sciencey stuff, saying big words I don't understand.
Right, well, it's Velma. Logic doesn't make sense with Velma. She doesn't speak English, remember?
Scooby just decides he's just going to start randomly drinking random liquids.
Fluids. Yep, because they looked like they smelled good, so what's the problem? But yet you didn't want to drink whatever concoction Shaggy made up in the previous episode, so this must have been better, but I don't know. I don't know. Well, he might have exploded with the last one, so it probably was a good idea he didn't drink that one.
And by drinking said liquids, Scooby temporarily becomes a frog.
Yeah, how does that... What was in that liquid that made it only for like 30 seconds?
Toadstool?
Could be. I don't know what that was. I don't know what kind of concoction that was, to be honest. Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
Velma asks for a chemical that I don't remember is phosphate something. I don't have it written down. I don't have it written down. I just wrote down it was a chemical.
Yep.
And the mummy hands it to her.
So the mummy must have some kind of smarts to know she wants this one. Here you go.
Yeah.
Well, what?
They have to get away. So Velma, using her science brain, creates a smoke screen.
And it's very effective, actually.
Yes.
Partly very effective, I should say.
She and Shaggy get out of the room, barricading the door behind Shaggy.
Yep.
Where Fred and Daphne have conveniently now shown up.
Yeah, somehow
they mentioned they have the mummy trapped in the science lab.
Yep.
They open the door. Mummy's gone.
And so is Scooby.
Where's Scooby? And the science lab is trashed.
It definitely is trashed, yes.
So...
It looked like there was some form of a struggle in there.
Right. They see an open window. Realizing, Mummy must have Scooby.
Yep. Definitely.
Took him out the window. Yep. They've got to find him before Scooby ends up like the professor and Dr. Najib.
What? What happened to Dr. Najib? What happened?
He was turned into a statue, too.
What? Oh, poor Dr. Najib. Oh, man. No one is safe from this mummy.
They go outside, and they find a Scooby statue.
Oh, no. He's put up to that big bone. He's going to that big boneyard in the sky.
Yep. Shaggy's all sad, crying. He's lost his best friend.
Yep.
When he mentions to Scooby that, look, Scoob, you've been turned to stone.
Yep.
Now Scooby starts crying.
He starts crying, too.
Because he dug out from underground.
Yep, from under the shed.
Yeah. And Shaggy then realizes...
Hey, wait a minute. Scooby's
here.
There's two Scoobies. Wait a minute. What? Like what?
So, it's now looking like the mummy can't really turn people to stone.
No, then...
So what's that all about?
No, what is that? Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet. What's going on?
They go back to the professor's office to look at his notes.
Yep.
They are examining a book that's talking about a hippo statue. Mm-hmm. In that shot, we get a very interesting animation error where it looks like Shaggy is wearing a skin-colored mitten.
Yep, definitely, because it doesn't show his... lines of his fingers.
Yeah, he doesn't have his finger.
It shows Velma's.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't actually show Fred's because his are in his pocket, so that makes sense. Yeah. But yet it shows Velma's very clearly, so it's like, what's going on with Shaggy's hands there for a second?
As they're reading through the notes, eventually Big Bad and Bandaged comes back.
Yeah, Big Bad and Bandaged is back. Yeah, that was like, the best line.
Right. They decided to go run into the woodshop room.
Yep.
And Fred tells Daphne to turn off the lights so they can hide. And she turns on the power saw. What?
Why would you ask Daphne to do it when you know she's danger prone? Daphne, she did it before. Why did you think to ask her again?
I'm just surprised that her danger proneness extends to the fact that usually on power tools, even when they're plugged in, they won't run unless you turn them on.
Right, you have to turn them on.
And the fact that, the switch on the wall is what turns on the saw.
Right, and it actually moves and actually...
so it's moving on its own all around the room.
Right.
It eventually cuts a hole in the ground.
Yep.
Under, around Mystery Inc., where they then drop down into the pool.
Yep.
Which, that's not quite how floors and ceilings work.
It's Scooby logic. It doesn't have to make sense, but yet this is just for the episode. I mean, come on now.
So, Mystery Inc. is now sitting on a piece of floor in a pool. When the mummy decides to throw the power saw down. Which is now chasing them in the pool.
How does that make any sense? Because you would think it would either drop all the way to the bottom, or you think it would just electrocute and then not work anymore, and then drop to the bottom too. Why is it not dropping to the bottom of the pool?
Yeah, but anyways, it's chasing them.
Somehow.
And eventually it smashes into the side of the pool and sinks down.
Now it sinks down. You would think it would have sunk down before, but, it's besides the point, I guess.
They're all exhausted from the running. They're taking, they're taking a rest in the locker room.
Yep.
And Shaggy sits down because, boy, are his feet killing him.
Yep, they're definitely killing him.
1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Oh, good, they're all here.
Shaggy is sitting basically right in front of the mummy.
Yep.
And the mummy still fails to grab him.
Yep.
That's terrible reaction time.
That is terrible reaction time.
I mean, in terms of grabbing them, I think the Mummy is worse than Frankenstein.
I think definitely worse than Frankenstein, definitely. Because he groans and makes noise behind him. He could have just not made a noise and actually like, I got you, versus making that grunting noise and then looking Shaggy. He wouldn't have known you were behind him unless you did something.
Yeah.
It's like, you should have just kept your mouth shut. I mean, honestly, then you could have grabbed him and be like, I found a clue, guys, the Mummy caught me. Yeah, the monsters are, the Mummy has some level of intelligence, but not the good at grabbing.
I mean, it argues about the coin with them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I bet he wants that Egyptian coin. Grows nodding his head.
Yep. And
don't give it to him. Starts flailing his arms angrily.
Yeah, he's having a temper tantrum, guys. That's what he's doing right now.
Anyways, Shaggy and Scooby run outside through the construction site of the gym extension.
Yep.
And they trip over some stuff, and they find some quick-drying mold cement.
Oh, so now we found out what happened with all the others. Oh, okay, so they were drawn out. Yep.
They keep running, and they go and hide in a shed.
In a shed that Scooby just previously came out of.
Yep.
So, I wonder.
While they're hiding, they go to open the door of the shed to find the Mummy pretty much laying bricks to seal them in.
Yep.
Kind of like in Edgar Allan Poe's Cask of Amontillado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mummy asks for the coin.
Yep.
Scooby gives him a mousetrap.
Way to go, Scoob. Now he's really sore ass.
While they are now being sealed inside of the shed, they hear a noise, and they find the professor is tied up and gagged inside a sack in the shed.
Yep.
They ungag him, ask if he's okay.
He says he's fine.
And then Shaggy puts the gag back on him.
Yep.
I don't know if that still counts as being fine.
I don't either. Well, wait, what? Why are you putting this back on me?
They decide they're going to break out of the shed with a lawnmower.
Whee!
Which immediately goes out of control.
Yes, with Shaggy trying to keep up with it, definitely is going out of control.
Yep, and to the point where, they all end up in the gym.
Yep.
That Fred and the girls go run into the gym because they see the Mummy is coming that way.
Yep.
Followed by Shaggy and Scoob on the lawnmower.
Which Fred thinks that the baseball bat is going to be enough to hold. No, Fred, that's definitely not going to be good enough to... Well, if it was just the Mummy, it probably would be enough. But yet you got a lawnmower coming your way that's all fired up. And, you have Shaggy and Scooby with that. So, no, I don't think the baseball bat is going to be enough.
Yeah, Shaggy and Scooby crash into the Mummy, which breaks down the door.
You let the Mummy...
Leaving Shaggy sitting on the door while Scooby and the Mummy are now on the lawnmower.
Yep.
Which crashes into Pummel Horse for gymnastics.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Which throws them into a trampoline.
Yep.
They bounce on the trampoline for a bit before Scooby grabs onto some gymnastic rings.
Yep.
The Mummy goes down and back up again off the trampoline, where Scooby kicks the Mummy
Wham!
Into the basketball hoop.
Yep. That's 3 points.
Yep, that is 3 points.
Yep.
To which then Scooby manages to drop down to land safely on the trampoline.
Safely on the trampoline. Yep.
They take a ladder up to unmask the Mummy and find out that it's Dr. Najib.
What? How could it be him? What?
He was after the crazy coin.
Oh,
because it turns out
Yep.
that on the hippo statue, you put the coin into a slot in the back,
oh,
and it opened up a secret compartment in its mouth, which contained a diamond scarab.
Ah, worth a fortune.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the professor explains that, you know, after the gang left, you know, Dr. G broke inside to steal the coin.
Yep.
And
realized that the gang must have it.
Yep, and because the professor saw him, he had to do something about it.
Right.
They ask, what happened to the real mummy, and they find it just sitting over by some palm trees.
Yep. Why else wouldn't it be there? And then there's Scooby's ventriloquism of the mummy, which I'm assuming he learned from the expert himself, Shaggy.
Yep.
Since he caught 2 rounds of it being a ventriloquist.
Yep. And so that wraps up both the mystery and the mummy.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely wraps up that one. Should we have the lawnmower be a safety hazard? I think that would be the safety concern.
Yeah.
Definitely. And the power saw.
Definitely don't throw power tools into bodies of water.
Definitely do not.
Especially while they are running.
Especially while running.
That is that's just a no-go.
Yep, so we have our safety concerns for the episode, guys. That's definitely a pretty concerning one. So we, felt like those should be mentioned.
And, we get some fun with our snack intake this week.
Yeah, oh, definitely are.
Because, we've got 40 to add to our snack intake.
Yep.
Which I believe now brings us to a total of 60 Scooby Snacks.
Yep.
1 Shaggy snack.
1 Shaggy snack.
And 1 Hero sandwich.
That's a total of 62.
And I think now because we are on episode 12.
Yes. Yep, episode 12.
If my math is mathing right.
Oh boy, here we go.
I think we've now averaged 5 Scooby Snacks per episode.
That does make sense. So we're getting up to that 6 that was put for the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
I thought it was going to be a bit longer before we got a whole box of Scooby Snacks.
But I didn't think we were gonna get one in this episode. But apparently, I don't remember him taking the whole box. I knew we were getting that, but I didn't think it was gonna be this soon.
Right.
So I guess it'll be interesting when the next one happens. If it happens,
Yeah.
Oh, I think it does happen at least one more time. Oh, and that's coming up, so we're gonna see how that one goes too.
Yeah.
I think more than once. I think a couple, like 2 more times at least. I think.
Yeah.
We'll have to. Yeah, I think so. So we're gonna be in for it might bump it up to 6 then, average wise.
All right.
All right.
So now let's go ahead and continue with our fun stuff.
Yeah, our fun stuff.
We've covered the snack intake, so why don't you go ahead, jump to the manifest of monsters?
All right, let's do the manifest of monsters.
Because I think this will be the easiest of them.
I think you got it.
So where do we rank the mummy?
Oh man,
let's go over the list real quick.
Yes, let's go over the list, guys.
At number 14, we've got Frankenstein's monster.
Yep.
Number 13, we've got the Ape Man. 12, we have the Fortune Teller. 11 is the Vasquez Castle Ghost. 10 is the Black Knight Ghost. 9 is the Minor 49er.
Yep.
8 is the Indian Witch Doctor.
Yep.
7 is Captain Cutler. 6 is the Werewolf. 5 is Charlie the Robot.
Yep.
4 is the Ghost Clown.
Yep.
3 is Pietro the Puppet Master.
Yep.
Number 2 is the Franken Vampire.
Ooh.
The vampire of Franken Castle.
Yep.
And number 1, still reigning champ after episode 6.
The ghost of Elias Kingston.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he hasn't. No one's been able to take his spot yet. So I'm curious to see if anyone will be able to take his spot. So we'll have to.
We'll have to find out.
But.
So.
All right.
Where would you rank the mummy?
Oh man, that's a.
Grabbing skills is worse than Frankenstein's monster.
He is worse than Frank.
Design.
Design. Okay. He is. You do see what he looks like before he's wrapped up, so there is a definite difference, and it doesn't seem like it's a lazy because he probably put himself into that.
Although, what's the difference between a zombie and a mummy? That's what I want to know.
That's what you want to know. Well,
I guess that'll be a question for next week.
I guess so. Yep. Okay. I mean, he is pretty smart because he hands Velma apparently the right concoction to put in the thing. So I mean,
okay. So who do we think he's not better than?
I mean, I would say like Iconic Boy is probably not as good as Captain Cutler. I mean, I would put him. I don't know how high you want to put him. I mean, it's hard to.
See,
that's a pretty iconic one too, but yeah,
he is. But at the same time, like
he's not as iconic.
When you think about it, this is the fourth monster that is a part of like the universal world of monsters.
Yeah.
Like vampires, werewolves, and Frankenstein monsters and mummies are like very universal monsters, So it's not like he's unique.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
specifically to Scooby, like whereas somebody like Captain Cutler or the Minor 49er.
Right. So you want to say he's between Minor 49er Black Knight? Is that where you want to put him?
I think honestly, yeah. I think he's close to Black Knight Ghost just because he's there. Because with the Black Knight Ghost, he was, a suit of armor that was brought to the museum.
Right.
You know, Dr. Najee was just utilizing the mummy for this, exhibit at the college.
Yep.
I think in terms of effective, like, the mummy had more of a reason to be there than the museum curator dressing up as the Black Knight Ghost.
That is true.
After the initial kidnapping of Professor Hyde White.
Right, yeah.
So I would say maybe below Minor 49er, but above Black Knight Ghost.
Right. No, I think that would be more... All right, yeah, I guess...
Just because, he has more of a reason to be dressed up as a mummy.
Right. Yep.
When, you stop to think about it, like...
Yeah.
He did not have... the museum curator didn't have a reason to still be the Black Knight after...
Right.
He had no idea the mystery was going to come back.
Right. Yeah, he had no idea.
But, okay. So let's go now to the Fred Jones failure files. First of all, I think we should figure out what do we constitute as a trap for this episode.
Oh man, I mean, it's
Scooby on the lawnmower, Scooby playing basketball.
Right.
Well, because ultimately it's the basketball hoop that they trap the monster with.
Trap them in, yeah.
But that all stems from the lawnmower.
Right.
So yeah, I'd say like lawnmower basketball.
Sure. I guess that would work.
All right, going back to what our failure files are.
Yep.
Number 12 is just the tapestry they tried to catch a vampire in.
Yep.
Then we have the giant slide.
Yep.
Number 10, we've got the instant suds.
Yep.
Number 9 is the running of the dogs.
Yep.
Number 8 is just the random biplane.
Yep, random biplane.
Number 7 is what I like to call Scooby Strikes Back.
That's a good one. I like the name of that one.
Tying up a vampire, Empire Strikes Back battle style.
Yep, that's what it looked like. Before, I think even before it came out that he did that. He did that before Star Wars came out, so Star Wars is technically copied.
So George Lucas obviously must be a Scooby fan.
He has to be a Scooby fan. I mean, copied him. He must have
unofficially confirmed by this podcast.
Unofficially confirmed. Whoops. All right.
Then we've got the drum and tuba.
Yep.
We've got the crate and giant magnet.
Yep.
We've got the mirror.
Yep.
The chandelier to catch a werewolf.
Yep. Pretty effective.
special effects nonsense. And the best trap to date is the better mousetrap.
All right.
So, where do we think the lawnmower basketball goes?
I mean, I would say it's definitely better than at least up to the biplane. I mean, it's definitely better than any of those.
Yeah, it's definitely better than the biplane.
And the biplane. Yep.
It's still Scooby trying to turn monster into a ghost.
Right.
Boy,
whammed into him.
Scooby and his homicidal tendencies.
I know. He's like really trying to wreck everything. I mean, it's probably better than Strikes Back because it's not as. It's more damaging than him just throwing him into the dungeon.
Is it better than? Yeah, I'd say it's better than the drum and the tuba.
I would say it's probably better than drum and the tuba.
Is it better than the chandelier?
I would say probably not. Just because. Well, I mean, even though Shaggy didn't have a way out versus Scooby, it just fell on.
Now, is it better than the mirror?
I would say it's better than the mirror. I would honestly think it's better than the mirror, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think better. The mirror was funny. I just think it's probably better than the mirror. If that makes sense to you.
It does.
I love how we try to figure this out, like, as we're on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Using 2 laptops instead of 1. I never knew we were so high tech. We're getting more high tech here, guys.
Gives us a chance. It gives us a better chance of keeping track of the manifest, the monsters, and the failure files.
Yep, definitely failure files.
So, I think that just about wraps up this mystery.
Well, yes, I suppose that wraps it up. Now we have to rate the episode.
Oh, yeah. Almost forgot about the table of snacks.
Yeah, you can't forget about the table of snacks. When you're the one who thought of that name. It wasn't me. I did the monster one.
Yes.
Manifest was my idea. So.
Oh,
man.
How many Scooby Snacks do we give this episode?
Oh, man. I mean, was it as good? Was it as good as last week's? I don't know if it was
last week's. I know we gave like a nice solid 4 because it was just missing that little bit to give it a perfect 5.
Right. Yep.
Oh, that's just it. Like, do we think this is?
I don't know.
Do we like this one more or less than last week?
I think it probably is less than last week because last week was like a lot more. I mean, we get Shaggy, Scooby beating up the monster, but yet, we get all those other monsters.
Right, yeah.
We get the better trap option.
Yeah.
We get, I just don't see it as good as...
Coming off of last week's, I think, was a little rough on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad episode.
No, it's not. I mean...
I don't know.
Just we are so much liking the other one versus this one. I mean, I would have even, argued that one would have been, not even a 4.0, like even more, a little like a 4.2 or 4.3. Then we could have put this one is a 4.0, but I mean, it's not as big of a deal, but I'm like, I even thought maybe a 4.5, but I mean, this one is iconic in the way that it is, and you remember Scooby's. Where he's punching and beating up the mummy. I mean, that was iconic.
Crying over the stone Scooby statue.
Yeah, apparently getting a whole box of Scooby Snacks, which I don't even remember getting a whole box for this episode, but yet,
right?
Because that's the first time we actually see the Scooby Snack versus someone just pulling them out of their pocket or something. So. And it's not like it's Velma or Fred doing it, because if it was them, then Scooby probably wouldn't have done that because, he never would have done that to Fred because, Fred's, Fred, but because none of them actually had the Scooby Snack out until now, and then that's when it's like, it's Shaggy who gets, I'm just going to take all of it. Okay, all right, that's enough payment, I guess.
So you're thinking, what, 4?
I'm thinking 4, yeah, I think the same as, I guess same as... last week's, I guess, but we're being rougher on this episode, I guess. But coming off of such a good episode,
because I don't think this was bad enough to be a 3 or anything.
No, definitely not like the Vasquez Castle one, which probably was. Didn't we rate that one as a 3? Yeah. I think that might be our lowest rating so far because that one just wasn't.
Yeah, I think. I think there may have been. I think there was one other one we gave a 3. I think Decode for a Dog Napper, maybe.
Oh yeah, that one might have been lower just because it wasn't as.
I think on average, like they've pretty much been like 3s and 4s.
3s and 4s.
But I think we have more 4s than 3s.
I think so. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what ones come up. Yeah. 5 or even closer. I mean, we have a couple that are even closer to 5. So. It'll be interesting to see if we actually get any that are at 5. It'll definitely be interesting to see what those ones are. Versus our own favorites, our criticisms.
Yeah.
Just to see, what's going on. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Exactly.
So I'm excited for these. Even though we're getting close to the end. The ones at the end are a lot, you get a lot more. You get all the fancy chase scenes and all that. Get more of the iconic stuff coming out. So it's like, I'm getting very excited for, these next handful of episodes. We're going to have a lot more fun, and have, guest stars back and, and all that cool stuff.
Right. Yeah.
People coming back and rejoining us, and helping us out on the podcast that they love just as much as we do. So it's awesome to hear that.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, feel free to reach out to us if you want. We'll be happy to hear from you guys.
From you guys, answer any questions. Anything.
So
you guys want to talk about?
Right. So now, with all of that said, now we've wrapped up the mystery, the mummy, and this podcast episode.
Apparently. Yep. So, finally we did it.
Right. So we will be back next week with Which is Which.
Well, that's a good tongue twister.
Yeah.
Say that 2-3 times fast.
Do we have to find a witch for next episode?
We might have to find a witch. Are we going to find one?
I don't know. Where would we even look? Witches are us.
Where would we even look for one? Well, I guess we'll have to find one somehow for next week. So.
Yep.
All right.
But until then, just remember, they would have gotten away with it too.
If it weren't for those meddling kids.